Welcome back to the Detroit Lions. Fonza coming back at you with the Week 5 picks. Let's get right into it. You got the Cardinals taking on the Rams. Cardinals still undefeated at this point. No, they're not looking bad. Rams getting another win against rival Seattle Seahawks. They're not looking too bad themselves. This will be in St. Louis, and this is a Thursday night game. Right now, I'm going to go with the Cardinals. You know, they're looking pretty good. Especially pretty stellar on defense. Though they did give up a lot of big plays and a lot of yards to the Miami Dolphins, but at the end of the day, they got it done. I'm picking them to beat the Rams in this game. The Rams could surprise them. This is a division game, and they're usually always close. I expect this to be close. Rams are at home, so this could go either way, but I'm going to take the Cardinals. Next, you got the Eagles taking on the Steelers. Philadelphia coming up with that big win against the New York Giants. This will be in Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off that bye. I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers in this game. It's gonna be a good one. Eagles could pull this out, but you know I gotta go with the Steelers coming out of that bye and them being at home. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Steelers for this game. Next, you got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Green Bay coming off that needed win that they needed against the New Orleans Saints after that big loss they had to Seattle. This will be in Indianapolis, but I don't think it'll change the results too much. I gotta go with Green Bay right now. I think they're ready to get everything in gear. Next, you got Cleveland at the New York Giants. You know, Cleveland, they've been playing some good ball. I like what I saw out of Brendan Whedon. Trent Richardson did some really good stuff, but I see the Giants bouncing back, being at home and everything. So, yeah, I got to go with the New York Giants. Next, you got the Atlanta Falcons, who came off of that big win against the Carolina Panthers, taking on the Washington Redskins. In this game, I'm going to have to go with the Atlanta Falcons there, keep it going. But you know, this is gonna. I think RG3 and company will give them some troubles. This is gonna be a fun one to watch. One of the highlight games I'm looking forward to. Next, you got the Dolphins taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, going into Cincinnati. Got to go with the Bengals here. I like what I'm seeing out of Andy Dalton, AJ Green's just doing his thing. You got Jermaine, AJ Hawkins on some of their other great receivers, and they're really getting it done on the defensive line with Dunlap and Michael Johnson, some of their other guys. And you know, the Dolphins aren't looking too bad either. I just don't think this is a game they will be winning. Next, you got Ravens at the Chiefs. I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens here. They're looking really good. The Chiefs are a little inconsistent, but you know they're trying to get it done. But right now the Ravens are playing a little too much good football right now. I gotta go with the Ravens. Next, you got the Seahawks at the Carolina Panthers. Seahawks are really stellar on defense. It's gonna be. I believe this is gonna be a low scoring game. Their defense is going to, I think they will hold the Carolina's offense in check to a degree, but at the end of the day, I feel Carolina will get this win. But this is going to be a close one. I think it's going to be within the 13-point game. I don't see anyone getting past 24 points in this one. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Carolina being at home. Next, you got Chicago going into Jacksonville. Chicago coming off of that big win they had last night against the Dallas Cowboys. Got to pick Chicago, but, you know, Jacksonville, they're doing some stuff. If they can get some pressure on Cutler, this could get interesting. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Bears. Next, you got Denver taking on the Patriots. I'm really looking forward to this one. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, who's not looking forward to that matchup? It is in New England, Denver going into there, but right now, this is a tough one to pick. I'm going to have to go with the Patriots. Denver Broncos. A couple of the games they've had troubles making stops on the last drives there, and I believe New England will exploit this. And them being at home, if this had been in Denver, I'd have probably picked vice versa. But yeah, this is too close to call, so I'm gonna have to go with New England, being that they're at home crowd and everything. Next, you got the Buffalo Bills taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Buffalo coming off of that loss to New England that they just had. Pretty much a meltdown in the fourth quarter. It's a crazy fourth quarter in that game. So, yeah, and then they're taking on the Niners. I got to go with the Niners right now. They really just brought it to the Jets, and I expect them to do the same here. And them being at home, it's going to be a tough one for the Bills to win. So I'm going to have to go with the Niners right now. Next, you get the Titans taking on the Vikings. And the Titans are going into Minnesota. Right now, I got to go with the Minnesota Vikings. They're a tough team to beat at home, and they've got some good pressure. And I think I don't believe Jake Locker will be playing. I think they'll be having Matt Hasselbeck for this one, since Jake Locker separated his non-throwing shoulder. So I expect Matt Hasselbeck to play in this one. But yeah, we'll see. Adrian Peterson, Chris Johnson. Should be interesting to see. We're watching two of the big backs in the league right now. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings. Next, you got the Chargers taking on the Saints. Saints still looking for that win. Will be at home, but I don't know if they're going to get the win here. I got to go with the Chargers. Their defense is just killing them right now. But hey, the Saints are going to get one soon. I just don't see it being this week. Then you got the Monday night game, Texans taking on the Jets. Got to go with the Texans right now. Their defense is just, I think it'll be too much for the Jets to handle. Lions on a bye with a couple other teams, so we'll see how that goes. The Lions really needed the bye right now. They're having a lot of errors at a lot of positions. They're out of sync. Their special teams has been pretty bad for the past 2 weeks, especially. A lot of a couple bad throws by Stafford here and there, but then you also have the drops in there. And then the defense played they played a decent game against the Minnesota Vikings. Offensively, the Vikings only scored 6 points, but really they got to get it together. Right now, it's not looking too good for the Lions about making the playoffs. I know they're trying to transition, get a run game going, but yeah, right now they're not playing too much good football. It's going to be a rough year for them, but they could get it going, but right now it's not looking too good. They got a bye, then they come out and play the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be a really tough game. Then you have the Bears following that, so it's going to be a tough run, but we'll see what they do, and tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you next time on the Detroit Lions Fonza.